Hey guys, this video is going to be about a tribe in Papua New Guinea slash Indonesia, Indonesia, in Western New Guinea. That's a Papuan group called the Sawi tribe. And the reason I'm showing this because we know the Papua New Guinea people, like if you ever look up the Papua New Guinea people, a lot of them are hairy, which could refer to Esau in the Bible, who was hairy. So you look at the Huli people of Papua New Guinea, one of the biggest groups. They're very hairy people, and I'm talking about hairy on their forearms too. Right? Some are smooth, but many of them are hairy. I'm trying to find an image. I can see it on his arm right there. I just can't. It's just blurry. But yeah. Right. But what I notice is, right, because I'm trying to find a way to find a tribe name to prove that they're Esau. Right? But actually we can. So first let's go to Esau. Alright, so we can go to Esau. You just type Esau. If I spell, or was it AU? Yeah. Yeah, AU. We go to his name. It comes from the word Esau with a Y. And then comes from H62313. Asa. Right? Or Esau. Or Esau with a V, right? I don't know if the V is silent, but Esau. It's actually Esau, right? But some people say Esau. Right? Esau. but you see how it has a W, right? And then Y, right? So I want to show y'all something. So we go back to the Sawi tribe, right? The Sawi people. The Sawi people, or Sawi, are an indigenous ethnic group in South Papua, Indonesia. Formerly Irian Jaya, Western New Guinea. Traditionally living in coastal swamps. They are known for their history of headhunting and cannibalism, which drastically changed in 1960 following the arrival of missionaries Don and Carol. Right. So we look at the Sawi. These are what they look like, or that's what they say they look like, right? And the reason I'm showing is because if you look at the word Sawi backwards, right? Let's put Google right here. Backwards, Sawi is Esau. See? Esau. And then backwards for Sawi, right, would be Esau, right? Esau or Esau. But if you take the U off, it's Esau. Like in the scripture, it just doesn't have an A. And then you add the U. It's pretty much Esau, the original spelling, right? Esau. So yeah, basically this is a tribe that's named after, I would say, named after Esau. They basically named their tribe backwards Sawi instead of Esau or Esau, right? They switched the word and made it Sawi instead of Esau, I believe, to hide their identity or name. But yeah, guys, and then tribes related. Now they're not related to the Hui people of Papua New Guinea because they're in Papua New Guinea and they're in Indonesia, but they are related to other tribes that are kind of hairy. But when you look at the tribes they're related, like the Kombat, was it Kombai? They don't look as so some people I'm looking at. They don't really look hairy. So, you know, you can see a little bit hair on his arm, right? He's smoke. So when you zoom in, oh my gosh, I forgot. What is it? View image. Open link, new tab. This is But yeah, him. There we go. Korowai Kombai. Remember, the Sawi tribe. They're related to the Wambun, Kombai, and Korowai. Right. And just from looking at this now, right? When you look at this, right? We will look at this one too, but where was I, yo? Yeah, you see this. So remember, the Sawi, they're related. They're related to the Korowai. It's not a lot of images of the Sawi people close up like that. Like I find, there's some right here. But when you look at the ethnic groups that are in the same area, like the Korowai or Korai or Kombai, this man right here, you zoom in, you can notice the form here, right? Just like the scripture. So yeah, this is another way to prove Esau Esau is in Indonesia and Papua New Guinea, because they're part of the Papuan people. Now IU, if we do IU, so we do IU backwards is U Wa. You go back to this Esau. So for this one, I'm pretty sure that they probably basically took so this one basically they took the S off, because this tribe, they have the U. It's the same name, they just don't have the S. See, AYU. They just took the S off and just named it randomly AYU. So that's another, and they're related to the Sawi tribe or Esau tribe. So there's two tribes named after Esau right there. And then you go to their Wikipedia, they spell AUYU. Now they're trying to say AUYU. From looking at all this, I feel like a lot of these names are made up, try to hide, But yeah, y'all. Oh, here's another one. Bingo. They speak. Remember, this is a tribe related to the Sawi tribe. We're gonna do Sawi. Let's go back to Sawi. Yeah. Oh man, I put it in the wrong. Oh, second. Okay. Remember the Sawi. They're related to the I. They're related to the Ayu, right? Now it's not saying. It says that they speak the Sawi or Esau language, which belongs to the Ayu, same word as Sawu. They just took the S off, language. When you go to the Ayu, right? We go to the Ayu people. It's Ayu or Awa, right? We're gonna read this whole paragraph and then get this one. The Ayu people, also known as the Ayu or Aya, are an ethnic group inhabiting the Digo River basin along the coast of South Papua, Indonesia. The area is also inhabited by the Yagai, and to the west by the Muyu. Their population is approximately 27,300 people. The Ayu primarily live as gatherers and hunters. Their staple foods include sago, fish, river, and shrimp. Now, let's look closely to the languages they speak, right? According to the Joshua Project, I don't know if Joshua Project refers to a Christianized, right? Christian and from the United States, so they probably know too. The Ayu are divided into several subgroups. So there's several subgroups of the people, of the tribe, right? Of the tribes. The Ahu, the Nohan, Pisa, Asu, Jair, and South Ayu. Right? And it's a language too. But here's where they messed up. They already messed up with this one, the Sawi tribe. We already proved through Strong's Accord it's the same thing. It's just they made the Y a I and they took the A off, right? But basically, right? Here's where they messed up. One of their subgroups, tribes, right, and or their language is the Esau. So when we get this word Esau, right? Esau most common refers to traditional informal rotating savings and credit association used in Caribbean, West Africa. Often called as Susu. We already learned that there's a tribe in Africa called Susu, right? Remember we learned about that. If you didn't watch the tribes of Esau, and I told y'all just go 1.5 speed on it, skip, because I'm gonna try to get to the point. You know what? I'm gonna do a timestamp. It might be done by today or tomorrow. I'll let y'all know in the post. I'm gonna do a timestamp of the Esau in Africa so y'all know which parts of the video to go to. But the Sutu people, right? Susu people. There's a tribe in Africa called the Susu, right? It's basically another way of saying Esau, right? But guess what? The word Esau mostly commonly refers to a traditional informal rotating savings and credit associated used in Caribbean, West Africa, right? And guess what? The word Esau, I know y'all see me talking fast, I'm getting excited. The Esau, right? Guess what? Backwards is E-S-U-A. Esau! You see that? Backwards is Esau. Backwards Esau. So they have a language named Esau and a subgroup of the AU people where it proves strong recordings, right? Backwards is Esau. So boom, you got Esau in Indonesia with the afro hair, right? I'm not saying that this man and this woman Esau because they look smooth, but you never know, right? That's why we get in this video. But look, Esau most commonly refers to traditional informal rotating savings and credit association used in Caribbean, West Africa. We already know Caribbean, West Africa is mostly Esau. We go here, right? Oh, and look, it's in Germany too. We're gonna look into this more, but yeah, look, Sisu, Isu, you see that? Esau refers to Susu, Isu. We did that old video, right? Look, another Ayu, Esau. Look at that, backwards. Look at that. I just discovered this one. I literally just discovered this right here. Look, that's Esau right there. Look, I just proved it. Bingo. I just proved Esau is in Asia right now, in Indonesia and Papua New Guinea. Look, West Papua. We're going to look at Papua New Guinea too, but I mean, the Papuans were in Indonesia and some fled the boat out into Papua New Guinea, but I just proved it right there. Yeah, I'm out. We out, guys. Like the video, share.